Records management can often feel complex and like navigating a sea of legislation. However, compliance is crucial and shouldn't be treated as an afterthought. Failing to comply with record-keeping laws can have serious consequences, including crippling fines. A key component of effective records management compliance is using a quality electronic document and records management system, or EDRMS for short. These systems are fundamental to an organisation's ability to record, track and monitor its intellectual property. Industry publication Information and Data Manager magazine are strong advocates of utilising an EDRMS, digitising physical records, and utilising metadata to manage records captured within an EDRMS. A good quality EDRMS should have strong built-in security such as data encryption and built-in safeguards against unauthorised destruction or deletion of records and their associated metadata. A comprehensive EDRMS also provides a comprehensive and defensible audit trail to preserve metadata of deleted records. Metadata is critically important to effective records management. The ability to locate content correctly is often dependent on metadata, so capturing high-quality metadata is vital. M-Files is a market-leading information management platform that has widespread application for records management. M-Files now features generative AI that is capable of automatically extracting metadata from records to assist with comprehensive indexing and also to drive automation such as the application of document retention policies. In this video, we're going to demonstrate how easy it is to digitize a physical record, attach comprehensive and high-quality metadata to the record, and automatically apply a retention policy utilizing M-Files. Here we have a supplier agreement document between our company and a fictitious client, the Red Desert Mining Company. If we try to select the text in this PDF document, we're not able to do so because the document has been scanned using an older style scanner that does not have optical character recognition. That means this PDF file is literally a photograph of the document and it is not machine readable. This is problematic when trying to digitize physical records because non-machine readable documents cannot be searched by their content. However, when we file the document into M-Files, the document will be converted into a machine-readable format, which we can then apply AI analysis to using M-Files' generative AI assistant, Aino. As we scroll through the document, we can see that there is the name of our company, the client, along with their respective ABN numbers. We can see dates when the agreement became effective and when it will terminate on. As we scroll towards the end of the document, we can see the names of the internal and external signatories and their respective witnesses. Our company must comply with legislation that requires it to retain legal agreement documents for 7 years after an agreement has expired. Let's now file this document into M-Files to start off the digitisation process and apply our retention policy automatically. Here we can drag and drop the PDF file from our Windows Explorer into M-Files. We can see that Aino has attempted to read the document and extract metadata from it to help us file the document. However, it is unable to find any metadata. This is because, as we touched on before, the document is not yet machine readable. Let's file the document against our legal document class, and we will take it from there. If we click onto our recent items view in the mFiles desktop application, we can access the document that we have just filed. If we click on the preview pane and try to select some of the document text, we are now able to do so. This is because the document has been fed into an mFiles workflow, and upon filing the document, we have configured it to OCR the document automatically to make it machine readable. You can see here in the mFiles workflow panel, the document is in a workflow called legal document and is currently in a state called document filed. The document has also had automatic access permissions applied upon filing. In this case, any document filed against the legal document class in our repository automatically inherits restrictions that make the document visible only by members of our executive leadership team. At the top of the document metadata card, we can see this small Analyze button. Clicking this button will run the generative AI analysis, and Aino will attempt to extract as much relevant metadata that we have configured it to look for as possible. Now that the analysis is complete, we can see that Aino has extracted quite a broad range of useful metadata from our document. Firstly, you might notice that the document name appears incomplete. This is because we have configured automatic file naming on this class based on a string of metadata properties. Once mFiles has the relevant metadata, it will automatically populate the file name for us. We can see that the legal document type has been set as supplier agreement. This is because we have configured Aino to select this value if it finds that the document has a heading, supplier agreement. In the contract or agreement details section, we can see that an effective and expiry date has been extracted. We can cross-check this by looking at the dates in the document preview and confirm that they are correct. As we can see, Aino has correctly identified that the effective date is the 14th of May 2025 and the expiry date is the 14th of May 2027. Aino has been instructed to set the perpetual contract or agreement property to no if it finds an expiry date within the agreement. In this case, Aino has identified an expiry date and has set this property to no. This example highlights how Aino is capable of applying logic to help us identify and extract useful metadata from our documents. We have also asked Aino to identify the legal jurisdiction that governs this agreement, and it has identified New South Wales. Again, if we scroll to section 7 of the agreement, we can see that Aino has correctly extracted the legal jurisdiction. In the document summary property, we have instructed Aino to compile a brief summary of the agreement by identifying who the parties are to the agreement, how long it lasts for, and what the supplier's key responsibilities are in the agreement. Aino is extremely useful for generating targeted summaries from documents where required. To help with proper indexing of our document in our mFiles repository, Aino has tagged the document to an entry in our client list held within mFiles. It has also correctly extracted the ABN number of the client. In the signatories section of the metadata, Aino has correctly extracted all of the names of the signatories and witnesses who signed off on the agreement. Importantly, from a records management perspective, we want to be able to destroy the document from our repository according to our organisation's retention policy. In this case, the document needs to be destroyed from our repository 7 years after its expiry date. Because Aino is capable of performing basic calculations, we have instructed it to calculate the document destruction date based on 7 years from the agreement's expiry date. This has given a destruction date of 14th of May 2034. We can now click Save and the document is filed into M-Files. You can see that the document now has a complete file name based on the string of selected metadata. We now let the M-Files workflow take over and manage the document's retention. M-Files offers the most flexible workflow engine on the market. M-Files workflows enable the automation of business processes and allow administrators to automatically perform a range of processes when a document arrives at a particular workflow state. These processes can include assigning the document to a specified user or users, changing access permissions, sending email notifications to internal M-Files users or external parties such as customers or suppliers, converting a document to PDF automatically, and most relevant to our example in this video, deleting a document from the repository altogether. In this workflow, M-Files monitors the document destruction date, and 30 days prior to that date, the document automatically moves to our workflow state, document due for destruction, assigned to document owner. At this point, the document appears in the document owner's assigned area in their M-Files desktop application, and they also receive an email notification advising that the document is due for destruction in 30 days. The document owner has the choice of editing the destruction date and retaining the document longer. Or, the document owner can choose to take no action and let M-Files automatically destroy the document on the nominated destruction date. The team at Innovative Content Management recommend M-Files Cloud as the preferred hosting solution for M-Files. M-Files Cloud provides a highly secure environment for storing and managing sensitive organizational records. M-Files Cloud is hosted in Microsoft Azure cloud infrastructure in Australian data centers and can be configured with multi-factor authentication using popular identity authentication platforms such as Microsoft Entra. M-Files Cloud also carries a wide range of data security certifications, including ISO 27001, GDPR, and the widely recognised Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA for short. If physical records are consuming excessive space in your organisation and your administrators are frustrated with managing record retention processes, talk to the team at Innovative Content Management today about digitising your sensitive physical records and taking the stress out of records management. Thanks for watching.